Hello, welcome back to Combat Sports UK. I am with Denis Frimpong in Stuttgart, Germany. We've just wrapped up the press conference ahead of Birmingham's card in April. How you feeling, man?
Yeah, feeling good. Weight's coming down nicely, feel sharp. Getting to enjoy me bits of beef, you know. There's more beef in this place than a butcher shop, but at the end of the day, I'd butcher all these guys in the cage, so they're all welcome to come try me if they want.
And that press conference was really, really tense. I was not jealous of Pavel and Andre sitting right between all of that. But run me through, like, it wasn't just your opponent stayed silent for most of the thing, but you got into it with Akkone. Is there pre-existing beef there? What kind of thing was that?
Yeah, so obviously he was a coach on the opposite team on the challenge. He chatted a bit of shit there. It's been going back and forth ever since then. I'll be honest, I just don't respect him as a man, because he does OnlyFans, man. Do you know what I mean? Him and his missus do OnlyFans together, and that, in my culture, it's frowned upon. You know, maybe in this day and age, people look at it differently, but I don't respect that shit. And yeah, you can talk about money. Yeah, he defo has a lot of money because his missus makes all his money for him. Do you know what I mean? She has got a great set of tits.
Are you a subscriber of Akkon's wife?
No, but I'll tell you what, yeah, when she does another $3 a month deal, I might actually spend a little $3. She's not worth £7, do you know what I mean? But $3, I could spare $3 to see Akkon's missus's lovely tits there. But she shows them for free, so I mean, at the end of the day, just go on Twitter.
And let's talk about your opponent in Birmingham. Obviously, he's English. He'll have the crowd on his side. Are you excited to go into England as the bad guy?
I'll have a big crowd on my side too, you know what I mean? Birmingham's not too far. I've got a good crowd coming. I think, you know, Callum hasn't fought in England in a while. He has fought on an English octagon card, so... And I will be honest, yeah, the Bradford lads do show up in force. Like, I've seen it myself. They do show up in force. Callum owns his own gym, so he's kind of like the boy in Bradford. Like, you know, he's a hometown hero almost. He's like their hope of making it to the UFC. So yeah, like, I mean, I rate that. It'll be loud on both sides. I'll be getting boos, I'll be getting cheers. He'll be getting booed, he'll be getting cheered. So it'll just be a big fight, you know. And as Shem said, once mine and Callum's fight's done and Shem's fight's done, Akkon's not really going to have a big crowd in front of him to fight for, so...
And where did the friendship between you and Shem start? Because I saw it in the press conference, and I think you can see it on all the content. You guys are really close.
Yeah, I mean, we became friends during COVID. Obviously, Shem just moved to Ireland. He was still on the run at this time. And he's moved to Ireland. We've ended up meeting up and just doing some rolls in the park. Illegally, of course. And yeah, just from there, just one thing led to another. And we've just... It sort of snowballed into what it is now, you know, and here we are both fighting on the same promotion. Now he's gone down to featherweight and he's allowed me to take the reins of the lightweight division. He's going to take out the featherweight division, and, you know, we're going to be the dynamic duo that we are. So
Batman and Robin?
I don't know about Batman and Robin, more like Dumb and Dumber, but fucking can fight and can fight better.
Which one of you then is Jim Carrey and...
I don't know, mate. You'd have to ask him that one. I'm probably Jim Carrey, to be fair.
the ringman, right? The leader.
Yeah. Nah, I don't know, mate. Like, we both bounce off each other. You know what I mean? It's like, it's a weird one. Obviously, he's a bit more experienced in the game. He's a bit further ahead in the game. He's sort of like advised me to do MMA because he's seen my jiu-jitsu, he's seen my strike, and I was doing them separately at the time, and he was sort of the one that said, like, you could do better in MMA than just doing these jiu-jitsu competitions and paying to do them and that. So, you know, I have him to thank in some way for starting my MMA career as well. But yeah, like I say, you know, we're not in the same weight division anymore, so we don't have to worry about potentially getting a fight. We wouldn't fight anyway, but yeah, we're here to smoke the entire 145 and 155 division.
That's awesome, man. And what makes Octagon so special? Obviously, you came up through the Octagon Challenge, but it's the biggest promotion in Europe. They sell out everywhere they go. I'm pretty sure they're going to sell in Birmingham pretty easily as well. What makes it so special, and why does, you know, if the UFC does come back to Europe, why do they have competition?
Yeah, so I think, like, it's the way that they follow the fighters' stories, you know, like, and obviously the UFC does it a bit as well, but I feel like they have their little favorites and stuff like that, where they've given me a platform starting from very early in my career to get in and get myself built through the promotion. They're still expanding, you know. Obviously, they've just expanded the UK. They're not selling out arenas in the UK like they are in Germany and that yet, but you know, they sign guys like me, like Shem, you know, the other fighters in the UK and Ireland that are going to sell Will Flurry, you know. The more they sign guys like us, they're going to build it over here, and more people will hear about Octagon, hear about how they're treating fighters, see the arena shows that we're fighting at over there. That's why I'm saying we need to fight over there a little bit as well, for other people to see us fighting in 20,000 seater arenas filled, packed out. Then like other Irish fighters coming through that are in the amateur, that might even still be amateur now, but are thinking about going pro soon, they might go, oh, that's a viable option for me, rather than going to like the Cage Warriors, the PFL, you know, these other promotions. And that's not to diss anything about what they're doing either, but I just think Octagon are doing it better in the continent, and as soon as they get a handle on this UK market, it's curtains, to be honest.
And talking about Octagon and Europe, there's so many countries obviously in Europe. Like there's so much talent, the Czechoslovakian talent, the you know, Austrian talent, German talent, everywhere. UK and Ireland, obviously, so much talent. Do you think they should do like a series like they did with the Challenger Series, but then like one fighter from every country in Europe and see what country kind of comes on top, like a football Champions League? I
mean, they did that with the tip sport, but they didn't select any person from Ireland to go in, did they? But it is what it is, you know. As I say, yeah, something like that could be cool, you know, like a Champions League. Maybe we do points, you know what I mean? So everyone has to fight each other. So that way there's no ducking each other. You must fight everyone in your division. Do you know what I mean? Or in the top 15 or whatever it happens to be. And then you get points based on a knockout win, a submission win, or a decision win. Something like that could be cool. And Octagon are the kind of visionaries that would do something like that. Do you know what I mean? Pavel he's the artistic brain, I think, behind this whole thing. Andre's like the business side of it, and like I think they're a great combo in that way. You know, it might be different, but that's the way I see the dynamics, you know what I mean, from where I'm at as a fighter.
You said in the press conference when I asked you, you know, you want to be on one of these German cards, but which German city would you want to fight in? Obviously, Cologne has a really good crowd. Frankfurt has a great crowd. Here, I'm very excited for the crowd. Oberhausen was a very good crowd. Where, you know, maybe somewhere where they haven't been, Berlin, Munich. Where would you like to fight in Germany?
I'd like to do Berlin or Munich. Yeah, I think those are the two biggest cities, aren't they? Yeah. But I've got some friends in Hamburg that I want to visit, so an excuse to go to Hamburg might be good as well. But yeah, I think Berlin, you know, I've never been to Berlin, and I'd like to visit Berlin as a city. I think it's a very cultural city, and obviously has a lot of history behind it. I'd like to go see it, but I don't mind, honestly. I don't mind. I just want to fight a German person in Germany, whether that happens to be Hafeni Nafuka, whether it happens to be Hassan Diaz, whether it happens to be bleeding, I don't know, you know, that Topuz lads, whoever the fuck's fighting Risaval this weekend, Risavi, yeah, any of them guys can get it. So.
And you've had some altercations with Hafeni Nafuka over this week. What would you make of a potential matchup with him?
The guy has the striking of a day one beginner in my gym. Honestly, his striking is so bad that even with his jiu-jitsu skills, like he might take me down. He's not going to finish me in the jiu-jitsu, and if he can't finish me, second round starts on the feet. Now he's tired. I'm going to knock him out. Honestly, I would knock him out. Bogdanovic is more of a grappler as well, and he outstruck him. So as I would consider myself now a striker, it's a long night for him. You know, he has a big head, you know, and it's a big target for me to wrap my shin around.
I love it, man. Thank you so much for the time, and enjoy Stuttgart while you're here.
No worries, mate.